Hey, people. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How you all doing? The Spirit Journey. Yes, today is Saturday. Good morning, Saturday morning. Yes, it is October 12th, 2024, and the time is, let me see here, 8:36 a.m. How you all doing? Yes, I'm doing well. And Lavender is here somewhere. Sit here right now. He wants to eat. He's impatient. He wants to eat right now. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just relaxing today. I'm making some African tea in the back, so I may have to get up and I should just check and see if the fire's on. Oh, yeah, the fire. Let me turn off the fire. Yeah, have it on low, but you know, just in case. Yeah, so it should stay warm. So, let me show you Lavi. Hey, hello. Hi. Hi, baby. It's my little boy. Yeah, let me just sit down on my sofa here. Yeah. So, yes, good morning. Good morning. How you all doing? Who's on right now? Yeah. So I'm just relaxing here this Saturday morning here in Rwanda. I'm still here. And I stayed home all week, you know. Yeah, I had fallen and hit my head. And I had the toothache also. I said, you know something? My body just wants to, just to rest. So that's all I did. I sat here all day, watched videos. My monitor's over there, and I just was just taking it easy. And I do feel better. I do feel better. And it's been raining. Rainy season is here. It's been raining. I had my clothes in the hanging up to dry. I had to remove it quickly. Yes, rainy season. You don't have a big window period for you to hang your clothes to dry because it's going to rain again. But it's all good. It got some drying, and then I have clothes all around here to air dry. So it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, I want to share with you. Sorry. I want to share with you this vision that I had. I almost forgot. It's really something. I like doing the videos regarding visions that I have once it happens, or shortly after. But I almost forgot. Yeah, I this was a couple of hours ago. And yeah, so it's about 8:40 a.m. now. So this might have been, it's just maybe around 5 o'clock this morning. So, anyways, this was very different. Yeah, the visions that I'm having, it's just, I don't know. It's just, I'm just really wondering um, why I'm seeing what I'm seeing. And only thing I can say is that I think the veil of the different realms, because they say everything is energy anyway. And so if there's a shift in the in the universe, things, in order to change, it has to get thinner and then replaced by a new thing. So I think things are overlapping, different dimensions, different realities, um, psychic abilities. I don't consider myself psych at all, but I've had experiences. Um, and I'm just realizing, because when you just look around, you see what you see, right? Because senses. You have your eyes, your ears, your nose to smell things, your mouth, your tactile, you could touch things. All these things come into play. But let's say you're not dependent on those senses. So it's the other sense that we have that some major religions don't want you to tap, believe that this physical existence that our bodies navigate in is the real reality. And I'm feeling more and more and more every day that, as they say in some religion, it's all an illusion. Yeah, this is who knows really going on, but I see that there are realities outside of this physical existence. And the thing of psychic or whatever, or what do you call it, remote viewing, oh, it's real, I think. It's real. And some people are better at it than others. So, what did I now? Um, yeah, as many of you know, um, I do my own method of meditation. At least I call it meditation. I use the standard way, you sit down at a comfortable, a pillow or something like that on the ground, and you have incense and candles and stones, all that. I went to go through all that, but um, one day, like I wanted to do my meditations. This so-called formal meditation in the beginning, early in the morning when I wake up. I know there's certain things about me. I don't like sitting on a cold floor. Early in the morning, I don't like cold. I don't. And even here, it's kind of a little cool in here, and I have something wrapping around my head and my shoulders. I just have an exercise top on and some exercise pants. But I want to stay warm. But anyway, so I was too lazy to get up. I said, I'm going to be just closing my eyes anyway when I do meditation. So, oh, okay. Okay, that's the pressure cooker. Yeah, I thought I had something on. I'm cooking some beef bones. And yeah, I think I want to put it on again. Yeah, let me put. Yeah, it was frozen. I put it in frozen, and I want to be able to get the marrow out the bone. So I'm gonna put that on again. Let me see. That was. Let me turn that off. Turn back on. Power. Boom. Okay. Yeah, because I want to be able to eat, chew on the beef bones. Yeah, I bought it a couple of months ago. I kind of forgot about it that I had it. Yeah. So yeah, I like soups. I think it should come out pretty good. Yeah. So as I was saying, yeah. So this particular time, I said, I don't want to sit on the cold floor in the dark. I don't like, I don't, I just had this aversion to the cold. And so I said, I could do this in bed. Yeah. So I am that type of person sometimes, Um, it seems so lazy, but it worked for me. So I said, look, I don't get out of bed because it's nice and warm and cozy. Um, I'm going to be just sitting with my eyes closed. So let me do this, I said. Um, just when I awake, just keep my eyes closed and do the same thing that you would do at a traditional meditation session. And I did it. And wow, I usually saw things very quickly. It's a great opportunity to do this type of meditation because you're already relaxed and you're not like, I mean, you're awake, but take advantage of it. Your brain waves are slower, right? You're relaxed, you're nice and comfortable, you're nice and warm. Perfect opportunity. And it works, people, and it works quickly. The only thing you do, you keep your eyes closed, and you just focus forwards. You're as if you're looking into your eyelids. Use your eyelids like it's a screen, like a movie screen, and you look into it, and boom, it works, and it's working quicker and quicker. And now that I see, so now I could do it basically, even if I don't just wake up from sleeping or dreaming, I just kind of so used to doing this, and I get there quicker, than when I first started meditating. Um, so my doing this process today, this morning, upon awakening from sleeping, um, I saw it was an installation. People, yes, good morning. I said, we have more people. Good morning to you here in Rwanda. Yes. Yeah, good morning. Okay, let me get with it. Yeah, I saw something very interesting. Um, I did the relaxation, and then I was looking through my eyelids, and then vision appeared quickly, but it was very faint. Um, but I saw enough. It started out it it looked like a crack. There was like an opening, a slit, as if like a wall. Like you're looking straight ahead, and it seemed like a wall, but it had an opening, like a slit, and it was narrow. It was about maybe, let's just say, 5 inches gap, and then at the top it was like an arch. So you have the two sides and an arch. The top part was arched, and it had around it like a lot of my visions. How I interpret it, they don't the whoever who's behind, we call it like the key master or the lock master. There's, in my opinion, intelligences that block out you. They don't want you to see things. So they have the ability energetically to set up like a like a wall, a firewall, like in electron, like with computers. You don't want people to go in your computer. They can hack. So they put something to, I think they call like a firewall, something to protect unauthorized people, whatever, from getting access slash to be able to see beyond the wall. And so it's like these things that like, let's seaweed. It looks like little things in the air, and it's like blocking your vision. You can still, it's not like a complete solid, but like things floating, and it blocks out your ability to see clearly. But there was this split in the wall, something, and it's about maybe 5 inches wide, and but I like kind of went on the side like that to see, and I saw there were two people uh, within the other side of this boundary, this split in the wall, some wall or something. And I see that there's people, a male and a female. They were older. I think the woman was standing and but like to the side of the guy. They were both Caucasian people. Might feel that they were American. Um, they were, the lady seemed older. She had an older look to her. what would you say, middle age. She could have been in her 50s, even 60s, kind of um, on the heavier side. She wasn't a slim woman. But in my vision, I cannot get audio. I do not have that gift of audio, just the visual. And she's kind of like animated, like it feels like she's in a deep discussion. And the man seemed like maybe he's in his 40s. He was a little younger, medium build, and he has his arm extended, one arm extended. I think he had some type of drill or something, some device, and he's like trying to work in this wall, something. And beyond the lady, like to the side of the lady, I see that this is some type of installation. Yeah. Like in Hollywood movies, you see like gadgets on the wall, lights, and what is all this? When I saw it, I said, oh wow, that it's like an installation, some type of um, techie place, some computer, something all over. And wow, I don't. They were wearing, I think, civilian clothes. Yeah, they were not in uniform. They looked very um, casual, nothing fancy. They're there to do a job or something. Um, I remember the lights. There were a lot of lights, all on the wall and stuff. And then it disappeared. But like I have to for me to remember things when I'm having a vision, I have to mentally tell myself, okay, I see a woman. Okay, I see a man. Okay, oh, okay, the walls have all these. I have to mentally tell that to myself because I won't remember. That's just how my mind works. Um, it helps me to grasp because in this state that I'm in a non-judgmental. It's just what you see is what you see. There's no logic in what I see. It's just I'm an observer. But for me to remember what I observe, I have to use my conscious mind to register. That's just how I am. I wish that there were other ways around it because I wanted just to gather the information. But I could easily forget if I don't do it, if I don't mentally tell myself that I'm looking at something, I'm not going to be able to recall it. And I almost forgot that I even had this experience this morning because so many things, um, distractions, and then when I sat down here and turned on my monitor, to internet, I remembered that I had the and do it now. So that's what happened. Yeah, I don't know these people. I've never been in an installation like that. I don't know where it was, but it's some type of science place, some place of science, technology. Um, they were wearing civilian clothes. So I just gathered might have been a base of site. I don't know. But my feel with these were American. The guy was kind of muscular, he looks healthy. He's in his 40s or something, had a mature look about him. No, I think clean shaven, relatively short hair, I think. Yeah, he was like really focused on what he was looking at. It looked like a drill or some of his hand. He's like really trying to do whatever to it. And again, no audio. Never get any audio. I don't know what they were saying. He was never talking. She was very animated, trying to saying something. She's intense. And then this lasted for a couple of seconds. Let me say 15 seconds. And then the scene changed. And all of a sudden, like, and again, everything was hazy. I mean, I saw the two people, but it wasn't very sharp, but it was clear enough. And then when the scene got even hazier, um, I think the next thing I saw a looked like a teenage boy, very even more hazy. And he's outside. He's wearing like a slacks, like what do you call it? Like slim, like jeans that are narrow, but not but comfortable. And it could have had a T-shirt, just very casual. And my feel was, oh, he was walking like past me in the vision, and it was very hazy. It seemed it was daytime, even though it was very hazy. And I said to myself, that's a black person. I said, that looks like a black kid, a teen, like a tween years old, tween years, like in the late teens, early 20s, short hair. Yeah, I just that's a teenager. That looks like a black kid. Um, and then it changed again, and it was like rapid fire. Things just different things kept on my view, and it was extremely hazy, and I could not tell what was going on. I remember at one point I saw like a blotch of orange. I like the color orange. It was like a blob of it. I don't know why I saw that, but everything was happening very quickly, like like um, like different like if you're um, turning to different channels. So I don't know why that did it like that, but that's how it appeared. Like, so I wasn't able to see just one thing. Things flashing, just overlapping, one thing changing to something else. But it was very hazy. And that basically is what I saw today, what I experienced. And I don't know what this thing means. I've had visions before with like in some installation. Um, one of them looked like a military. I saw a guy, this dude. He looked like a Black American dude, big, but big guy. He's very tall, um, healthy, muscular and built. He was in a war unit, looked like a war body armor, but it looked like the body armor, and he had like goggles on too. Clean shaven, and he had bad skin, like a puck. What you call like pizza face. He had bad scars on his face. I think they call it in America pizza face. But other than that, he still was handsome. Uh, and he was talking to someone. His arms were down to, like I think to the front of him. Um, I don't remember if he had a weapon in his hand. This guy was military. I'm a veteran, and you could look at somebody that's a military person. He was jovial. He seemed to be in good spirits, and he's talking to someone in the room, and again, all these gadgets, like it's an installation. Um, Very interesting people. That could have happened maybe 2 years ago. The guy with the body armor. Yeah, it was like looked like a light color hard plastic. It reminded me of the movie Star Wars. Remember what those guys wore? That body, that's what it looked like. But he didn't have it on his face, but he did have goggles on. And he had short hair. The thing used some type of elastic. It was strapped to the back of, you could see his hair. It was cut real short. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, something is going on out there. And for me to have privy, to see certain places. Uh, the only thing I can get of it is that, the veil is getting thinner and thinner. And something is going on. And again, when I have these dreams, I mean these visions, I don't like say to myself, okay, I'm going to wake up from sleeping or dreaming and I want to see this place or that place. Never. I just go with the flow. Um, concerned why. So maybe my subconscious, it's like when you're sleeping, maybe in that state where you don't have any recall, um, maybe it's that part of us that is unaware. Um, maybe it's being active. Whatever how the brain works, that wants to see what you experience in that realm of sleep when you have no recall of anything. Maybe that is tied into some of the things that I see when I'm having a. Um, it's just weird. It is weird. Um, something's happening in these installations. Again, I don't know these places. I live a very simple life. I was in the military, um, but I've never been in places like this. So how does the subconscious mind, how do we tap onto these things and why? Um, I don't know, people. Have any of you ever experienced places or have you done this type of meditation that I do? Um, do you get visions of you being in places, installations, or exotic countries? Yeah, and part of the reason why I even decided on Africa, I was seeing exotic birds and everything. Yeah, and I saw it as clear, super clear. Yeah, back in America, I had, but again, not all the time. Once in a while, I would see something super clear. And yeah, so I thought, hey, maybe the creator is wants me to move away and be in these exotic places. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. And so I also share these visions because I'm whether any of you have seen or had similar visions, experiences, um, to try to get answers. There's a reason for these things. And again, I grew up in a very, nothing fancy, very basic family life. Um, I was introduced to Christianity as an adult, a young adult, and just to watch TV and reality is only the things that you see. Um, but I would say, I mean, I've had experiences in the military that I've shared before. I think I don't really know what to think, but I'm wondering. I had an experience, and I was getting, some people might call it a spiritual attack. Um, everything was cool. Um, we have like I slept on the bunk bed. I was in the top bunk. And for me, whether it's a top or bottom bunk, I couldn't care less. But I had the top bunk, and I used to be into my Bible, and I started to get an aversion to the Bible, and I was tempted at something. Yeah, sometimes you get people who tempt you about, and I think that temptation opened a door, and a door that you shouldn't open, and it was testing me. And so initially, I got attacked. That this fear, like an anxiety attack, happened when I went to read my Bible, and then I had a nightmare, and I had a nightmare. I've shared this dream before. It was a dream, but it scared me, and it seemed real. I see now. My understanding now, it was a spiritual attack, and sometimes evil energies would attack you in your sleep, in your dreams. And it came in the form of this white man, like probably in his 30s, very, very super white skin, very, very black hair. He had a goatee. He's wearing all black. He looked like, he reminded me of the character, the movie Angel Heart with the girl on the Cosby Show, Angel Heart. Yeah, the movie came out that year that this thing happened. I remember they played it on the ship. I was in the Navy. I lived on and worked on the ship, and I remember that that movie was played on the ship, but I don't think I saw it then. At the time, I think the incident happened first, and then um, that movie they played. But either way, that character in the movie Angel Heart, the character that played the devil, it was that type of archetype, that archetype. And I was scared, and it was trying to scare me. He uh, lift up his, it was his left hand. He had it in a fist like that. And so I thought he was going to punch me. And I'm petrified. And again, this is a dream, dream. And I said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, something like that. I rebuke you. I remember I said that. And then it looked scared. It actually cowered away like like that, and was lowering his fists. And then I woke up. I talked to this Christian lady. She was older than me, and for advice. Yeah, people, you need advice. Go to an older person who is in good standing. You know what I mean? Don't, go to, if there's a problem, go to an older person, an elder, someone that you respect, that's respectable. And sometimes you just talk to them and say, hey, this happened. I talked to her in private. She was the mess crank. She was in charge of like a supervisor during mess cranking. That's when you kitchen duty. And I respected her. I knew she was a Christian. And so I told her, I said, I have these bad dreams now. And, so and so told me about such and such. Because of that now, it's like I'm not sure whether to. Basically, what I was saying is I'm being tempted whether to leave Christianity and just be a wild, just to live an immoral life, to inhibited about certain things. And she said very matter of fact, she says, well, if you're confused now and you wasn't confused before, God isn't a God of confusion. And that's all she said. So I said, thanks. And I decided at that time to stay with the Bible, stay with Jesus. And it worked for me at that time. It worked for me. See, I realize in life you have to make choices. Regardless of what religion or tradition, you have to make a choice. And some choices are really simple. Do you want to be on the wild side? Do you want to be on the conservative side? And the wild side might seem exciting initially, but it's death. It leads to death. And look at Hollywood. It leads to death, or the music industry. It leads to death. You know, there's a time and season for everything, but it's designed to trap you. And then when it gets you, it pulls you down, and then you can't get out. But when you can't, if you're foolish enough to go on the wild side, say, I'm sorry I did this. And you just repent. You say, look, I change over. Also, in this experience that I had in the military, it was about choices. I had met somebody in civilian life. Let's see. Yeah, I was in the military then. I met them before I left for the military. And then um, I had a break. What do you call it? Like vacation time. And I went back home to visit some people, and visit this person. And some sometimes people, they prey on your naivety, and they share information with you. And it was to later find out the person was of the alphabet soup community. Yeah, and that community is about, well, I'm not going to say. You're old enough people to see what goes on in certain communities and how they operate. So yeah, it figures something like that happened. Like that, you have people who aren't living clean lives, and they prey on the gullibility, the inexperience of others to entrap them. And yeah, it's about choices. And so I think it's like I really feel in with humans, with people, that you have people who think of it as ownership, that people, beings could own your soul or your spirit, something like that. Think of it like that. Um, and contracts. There are contracts that people make. Sometimes contracts are made before you're born. Let's say your parents are involved in certain things, or your grandparents, aunts, uncles, and they may make contract agreements with others, who really, they really aren't good people. You know what I mean? And you can be caught in the middle. And you may not have made any agreement, but because you're related to those people who made spiritual agreements, you get caught in the middle and you can get pulled in. Um, and I shared this before also in the military. Um, I was approached to go to the military early in life. A family member said, "Hey, hey, maybe why don't you try the military? Military. Hey, take the ASVAB exam. Um, so it was me and another person. We went um, to the, what do you call it, the station with those recruiting center, just to talk, and it was the army, and some guy, and I had a notepad, took notes and everything. Oh, they asked me. Well, I remember I was asked, "What's your religion?" I said, "I don't belong to a religion." I even said back then, I said, "I'm atheist." No, no, you have to choose. We have a list here, and you have to select what are you. I said, I'm not in any religion. I'm an atheist. And he kept on, he wouldn't let it go. He wouldn't let it go. Why? Why? One reason, when you die, you die in the military, you get a military funeral, and they'll put on like a tombstone, a cross if you're Christian, a star Dave Jewish, and I guess a crescent moon if you're Muslim, or what, etc. That's one of the reasons. But I really feel beyond that, because you're working for a government, and I think in the military world, the world that we live in, agreements made, and people, but why do we have wars? There's no reason why we should have these type of conflicts and wars and people dying. What? Resource? Is it all for resources, or it's about souls of people? And that's what I really think. It's about souls. It's about who can gather the most souls, and then you can take them and do what you want. I mean, I know it sounds weird. I know it sounds crazy. It doesn't make any sense. But as my life, I start to see things that don't make sense. And why do we have what we have here? Why all this conflict? it doesn't make any sense. Like they talk about the pollution in the air, but then they put things out in the air. I saw about a week ago they have these ships, these I think they call them tankers, giant, giant tankers, and then they have these devices. It looked like a furnace, like a portable furnace with fire coming out of it, and there were two of them. And then amidst this smoke, and it's used to alter the weather. All these things that you see is being socially engineered. They have these devices that are used to manipulate the weather. They can make it rain if they wanted to. They can make it snow. They can make it dry up. They have it. Show it. You see, you could go on YouTube and see about different devices, patented devices that could do these things. It's no secret. So I don't know. I'm kind of going off the top, but like so you start to wonder why they're doing these things, and um, I'm thinking more and more in terms of where, like, you can take. I'm wondering, is it really a contest? Who can take these souls and then use these souls for other bodies? I know, crazy. It sounds crazy. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I I have I eat a good diet, you know. But you have to start asking yourself questions. If it's about, okay, you need food, well, why are you doing GMO? If it's going to hurt you. So it's about hurting humanity and keeping the numbers at a certain level. Why? I mean, when you go on a plane, most land that you see on the planet is vacant. When I had to fly one day from New York City to California, most of the land over America is empty. So why are you saying about, oh, this crowded, this and that? No, they're forcing people to live in close proximity so they can be controlled, to do things. Um, and it's like now with technologies, I don't know why they're doing a lot of mind games on people. Like I was watching a program yesterday on it's a illicit substance, and they use it to tranquilize horse, and according to the hip hop culture with Diddy allegedly giving people that horse tranquilizer, and it causes scarring on the skin and stuff. It's really weird. And I heard one time there was a lady that was allegedly MK Ultra, um, and she made a book. She wrote a book called something like the Transformation of America, something like that. Kathy O'Brien, and she was saying that I know I'm looking over. It's just sometimes like it's less distracting if I'm looking at. I don't want to like look at myself, so I look away so my mind can think. That's what's happening. Yeah, that they were saying they take people and they could be used for, what do you call it? They engage in sexual activity with people, and the infant. I mean, what they like they can extract information. I'm not talking about just pillow talk. I got the impression that it's more than just pillow, you know what I mean? But that you could energetically capture people's information, government secrets or whatever, what secret. And then somehow they relay the information. I don't know how the information is relayed back to who they work for, but that's what they were saying. And I said, what if these alleged Diddy parties, yes, the alleged, what if these alleged parties that Diddy have, the after party, what if the reason behind some of these activities allegedly at the Diddy's after parties was to get information. And you notice a lot of times that people weren't conscious. There are things that people do to people's bodies when they're unconscious. You you have immoral people who do things to you. And I'm reminded about, see, I meet a lot of people. People talk to me, um, and they share information to me. And at the time, someone relayed information to me about 20, let's see, in 1999. They relayed to me, um, of course, they're from California. A lot of these people seem to come from California, or I should say, they do things to people from California, these mind control things. Um, yeah, she was very troubled. She was an older lady. She was in her 50s at that time, and she looked like 100. Um, she shared with me that at the age of 5, she was on the school bus, and all of a sudden she can hear the voices of the other kids that are on the bus with her. She says, but their mouth wasn't moving. She can hear everything from them. And that she went to talk to her mom about it. She says, oh, when I was 5 years old too, that happened to me. So so generation, families in different generations are going through the same thing. And I'm thinking that it's something that's induced in them. They may have psychic abilities anyhow, but families are tracked from one generation to another. And as she got older in California, she relayed an incident that happened to her. She said that she wound up in a circle. They had drugged her. See that drugging? They had drugged her. And when she wakes up, she's surrounded by people. She's on the ground. You have people who when they find out that someone is psychic, they can be utilized to tap into information. Like they realize that they are a portal of information from the different realms, and so they drum the influence of some chemical. They get information from them. They ask them questions. Sometimes an entity goes into their body because see, when you're under the influence in alcohol, like alcohol, they call it spirits, because a spirit can get in you, and they know that, and they evil people take advantage of that, and they exploit your abilities. And that's the bad part, when they exploit you and they do things unauthorized. And what else? And again, they may take advantage of them sexually while under the influence. And again, uh, Kathy O'Brien, the lady who was MK Ultra, um, that they use the body to retrieve information, and how it's done. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you just watch some of her old videos, Kathy O'Brien, when um, she was used as a sex slave. See that again? Using your body holds information. It holds traumas, and that's how they exploit people, male and female. Do this to male and female. They call them presidential models. Awful. Yeah. So I'm seeing a pattern, and that certain things, information, when you realize you could do certain things to people, um, people take advantage of it. So the human body could hold information, valuable information, and you have what you call the intelligence community exploiting that information, and maybe the allegedly Diddy parties exploited that knowledge and compromised many people, uh, and so just for entertainment, or pleasure. It's awful. It's very evil. Um, so I'm just trying to put pieces together, and I'm just speculating that possibly this could be what's happening. That they want to be able to do things to people, and the best way of getting things from people when they're in an altered state of mind, alcohol, marijuana, all these weird drugs, because they want to get their way. And you can also program people when they're in altered states. And maybe that's another thing what's happening. People acting all crazy. You ever look at the celebrities? They started out real normal, and then they start getting all these tattoos and acting bizarre and bleaching their hair, or doing weird things to their, physical appearance. They could be influenced. They could have been programmed so that when they start to remember what's happening to them when they're in an altered state, people already think they're crazy, right? Right? Yeah, they think, oh, they're crazy, so don't listen to them because they're going to be dressing bizarre now. And maybe that's like a safety valve of the evil people who are programming them. I'm just speculating that hey, let's make it so that if they start to remember, let's make them look crazy, act crazy, have weird hairdos, say bizarre things to dismiss them. So any information that they do, you won't believe it anyhow. And I think that my speculation is that that could be allegedly happening in the entertainment industry, whether it's movies or music, and even sports. And it's all about controlling. And it's like, why do they need to control? But everything, it seems to be so like a network. It's a network of people. And they could be in more than one industry, the people, the insiders. They control the music, control the Hollywood, they control television, they can control sports. It's about getting your energy, getting your attention, getting you to buy things, getting you to act a certain way. It's all about control, control. And so, whether it be in the military, maybe they were experimenting on people, and they give us injections, and I just assume, okay, it's for my protection, right? Make sure we don't get sick, right? What if they're experimenting, but they don't let you know? And maybe the people that even given the injection don't even know what they're giving. They could say, oh, this is such and such. Okay, give it to X number of people here. Oh, okay. There's no reason why I should have had this type of experience in the military. Again, I lived a simple life in the military. This was early in my military, within a year. Yeah, the first year. And these things happen, and the dream that I had. And so, oh yeah, so I guess what I'm saying, that even injections that you might get in the military, that maybe some of it is to alter or to implant things in you without your consent. They could be giving you something beneficial, but in it could be something in addition that you don't know about. And maybe even the person that's administering it, or like a nurse or something like that, they don't know. and then this thing happens. And again, it seemed like the attack that I had when I was trying to read the Bible. I used to be a Christian. I used to be heavily into the Bible, and then I was being tempted to, hey, the Bible's not. You don't need the Bible, and it it's something that tried to that person put a seed of doubt in me, and I'm glad that I rejected that person. Yeah, some people are no good. They hide behind certain spirituality or Black history things. It's just to entrap you, to make you puff up, and to do things against your core being. And people try to go out their way to destroy your core beliefs. Be wary of them, even if they're family members. If you have a core belief to steer your way in life and then they try to alter it, I mean, your core values. Hopefully, you have values, but your core values of right and wrong, when someone tries to change it and entice you through enticement, be wary of them. Go away. Yeah, so again, I don't have any proof about certain things of why they happen to me, but I'm seeing that certain things are connected to other things. So whether you're in the military and wonder why certain people in the military go through certain things, some people can get on someone's bad list. You start to wonder, are some of this military, are they being experimented on to and have them and do things? Why was I spiritually attacked by the angel heart demon spirit, like that movie Angel Heart? The demon in that movie, the person that played Satan in that movie Angel Heart, and I've seen that archetype throughout media, but it represents no good. And I never saw anything like that before. But that Angel Heart came out that same year, I think it was, when I had that dream. And I felt like one point, it was just a thought that went in my head. I said, boy, leave religion or leave Christianity. And then something, it felt like something left my spirit, like something, like an essence of me. It felt like it flew away. I was left feeling empty. It was just a thought. I didn't do anything. It was just a thought. I contemplated a thought. And that's why I'm thinking very, very seriously that the warfare is really about spiritual ownership. Who owns your spirit or your soul? And that ownership. And after the incident, when I went and talked to the Christian lady, the older lady, I said, hey, I'm getting these nightmare, and I don't understand why. And this person said, the Bible's not real or something. And she just said simply, God is not a God of confusion. If you weren't confused before and now you are, He's not of confusion. That's all I needed. And it left. And then, strangely enough, the anxiety about the Bible, this was many, like, what's that, 30 years later or something? It could be something like 30 years later, 20, 30 years later. I was in my old apartment in New York City just before I came here, and I was reading my Bible, and then anxiety attack came on me. The same thing that happened to me in the military. And again, I lived a quiet life. Boy, I don't even remember what year it was. Oh, let's see. It could have been around 2015, 2016, around that time. Yeah. Yeah, I was still into the Bible, but I was changing. I was, Yeah, I was exploring. Yeah, I was still a Christian, but then yeah, I'm not a Christian anymore. But I'm not on any wild side either. Um, but I realized that the Bible, many religions, these formal religions that they have their spiritual book, whatever, it is a program. It is designed to keep you in check, to program you how you to think, act, do things, who you are to like or dislike. But there are pearls of wisdom in it. But like, but it mixes good with the bad. The whole, it's like music. People could make beautiful music, but the lyrics in that song is evil. And how they put the evil in you in the music industry is through the music. The music is like a stream of energy. It's a stream. And the lyrics are the no programs. It controls the way you think. You ever listen to a piece and it makes you feel, might make you feel happy, but a lot of times it's to make you feel something unclean. And the music industry understands this. And that's why it's a powerful weapon, and that it's utilizing this weaponry slash allegedly Diddy to do things. They know what, and you know that right now, it's like the only music that's really being promoted is hip hop. Why? Because it's a certain frequency, in my opinion. It's a Hip hop has a certain frequency. It's a negative frequency, and it's a frequency that's used to control blacks in general. I noticed that the frequencies seem to be highly sexualized and aggression. And so you have those two things, primal thinking, your primality, uh, whatever what the term is, that they want to keep you at your root chakra, aggression, sexuality, violence, sexual violence. And they're using that to control, and they control a lot of black people, a lot of black community. Look at the typical black community in America: violence, drugs. Also, notice the guys in the black community. A lot of them are, as I call it, the alphabet soup people. Again, whatever word alphabet soup you like, that's your business. It is your business soup you want to consume in your body. But be careful what soup you uh, participate in, because you may not be able to get rid of it. And you're forever having bad cramps, if you know what I mean. You don't need that. You don't need that. Yeah, things are interrelated. So um, it affects every aspect of your life. And now the weapon of choice is hip hop culture. Back in the 1970s, it was what do you call it? Rock and roll, heavy metal, uh, yeah, heavy metal, things like that. You don't hear that type of music now. Now it's hip hop culture, and they're using blacks. Again, blacks. We have, in my opinion, does come from certain traditions from Africa. And ironic, I'm in Africa now. I'm in Rwanda, but like it seems like West Africa in particular, even West Africa just seems to have a flair about them. And many of us, include myself, have a West African heritage. Nigeria seems to be a big one with many of us. Nigeria, Benin, uh, Togo, um, Liberia, all through there. All for those, and it's something about them. They like spicy food. They're into music and rituals. Well, the same people, the ancestors of those people from these West African countries, live in the Americas, and It's people, it seems, outside of our community, outside of our communities, and many of you, if you analyze and look into the hip hop culture, who's behind a lot of those labels? Who are they? They are exploiting us. They are exploiting our musical abilities, artistry, everything. They're not messing with the heavy metal plays. They're messing with you because the power behind the music is strong, and it's what's the word, addictive. It causes addiction in certain behaviors, especially it seems sexual addictions, sexual perversions. Notice again, I'm not trying to attack the Black community for the sake of saying things to because I have nothing better to do. I'm just noticing patterns and that certain things are being done, and it seems to be harnessed within the Black community, certain behaviors, perversions, and strongholds that it had, and now it's being used to attack other communities, other communities. And they know how to manipulate the music industry. They're having all those, allegedly having these freaky parties. What music are they playing? They're not, I doubt they're playing heavy metal. They're playing R&B. It puts you at a low energy frequency. All of that music. Yeah, you don't really hear of church music anymore in the Black community. When I was into religion, Christianity, it was Black gospel music that I was listening to. But now, even that music genre, they're going down too. Look at all the people who are now getting found out, those Black pastors. They're getting found out, what they call on the down low, right? Yeah, it's hitting them too. It was a powerful. I love Black gospel music. I was into that music for about 4 years. I stopped listening to it, but that was back in from 1990 to 94. I was heavily in music. Yeah, but I was into the church, but I'm not into it anymore. But I am seeking spirituality. I believe that there's more out there that I mean, the Bible could be used. It's a tool, scripture, that which is good, that is beneficial. But think of it like music. You know, what words are in it? You have the music, and then you got the words, and it makes the so-called medicine or the poison go down faster. It's a program, and that's why they use in the music, and especially hip hop, because it it is intoxicating, it's addictive, and it gets you at a low energy level. And again, the exchange of information, like the girl that I met 20 something years ago, and they gave her a drug without her knowing it, and she wakes up and she's in a circle, like a seance or something. Yeah. Or how about the person I interviewed? Remember in 2018, it was February 2018, I interviewed this guy named T- Tony Rodriguez, and he was allegedly in the Super Soldier Secret Space 20 and Back program. And he talked about that he allegedly was, well, he asserted that he was taken and drugged and put on a plane and put an IV in his body. Um, and so to get him in an altered state, because he had psychic ability. They say children, little children, when they do these MK Ultra things, they have natural psychic abilities, and they use that psychic abilities to do evil. Yeah, you could look at that interview I did. Yeah. Um, so I see a lot of things, a lot of themes are keep on repeating itself. The drugs are used to give you altered state. You can transfer messages from one person to another person. Yeah, be careful who you have sex with, because you could be used as like a mule and not even know it, and people using you and programming you in that old state or intimate activities, and could extract information and pass on information to the intended person. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, be careful, people. Yeah, the veil, it seems, is getting thinner and thinner. Um, what's going on in this world? Yeah, there's what they call the pole shift. It's an energy shift, and I guess, just be careful about, yeah, be careful the food that you eat from people, so-called friends at parties. Yeah, people make deals. I say, hey, I remember met somebody many years ago, 1990, and I had a cold at the time. Yeah, like it seemed like December, January. That's when if I'm going to get a cold, that's when I usually get December or January. And I was getting over this, whatever what it was. I had a fever, and this so-called friend, excuse me, said, "Oh, going to have a party," and I told the guys that there are going to be girls there. I'm thinking, well, that's your problem. I'm thinking, I'm sick. I can't go. I'm not feeling well. And she got angry with me. Come on, people. It's nice to have a gathering, but why are you so fixated? If it's a friend, then it's a friend. But if it's one of those so-called friends and they have motives or want you to be used for the dessert for some of the other people being promised things, yeah, you have bad people out there. Be careful what so-called parties. No, what type of, is it a birthday party? Or what? I mean, I've been to parties before, but now I'm old, and the things are more. Things have changed. So be careful what parties you go to. Know who's giving the party. What type of people are they? Especially ladies, especially you ladies, be very careful. And, even Diddy said in a video, he was on a talk show, and he said, "Oh yeah, I wonder why, the ladies seem to like water, plenty of water, because the women like to drink water." And then there was something else they would get. They like mixed drinks and water. Why? Some of the women drink water because they know that some people drug women. So water, if it's plain water, if something's in it, you'll be able to detect it. Well, people could put things in ice. People could put high drugs in ice. And if you feel that way, I mean, if this is what type of friend you have that would do that? Yeah, you have wicked people, and they take opportunity for whatever reason. Um, so that's about it. And so I had the visions about the installation. It looked like a science, some type of science place. Had all the gadgets on the wall, lights, and there was a middle-aged lady that was about like in her 50s, 60s, and she was very agitated and talking to this man. He could have been in his 40s, and he's repairing something. It looked like he had a drill in his hand and arm, and he's trying to put something into something. And yeah, they're both Caucasians. They look like Americans, and I don't know what that was all about. Yeah, the veil is it's getting thinner, and it's allowing us to see more, you know. Um, yeah, I was also able to vote. I had what do you call it, early voting, since I live here in Rwanda. Um, yeah, things, yeah, I wanted to vote. At first I was going to vote, but I said, this probably is my last vote Uh, I don't know what happened. I don't. Anything could happen. I shared before. I I I'm not a professional tarot card reader, but I've done some in the past, and I've done presidential to find about the presidential elections in the past, and it seemed to be very accurate. And so I'm planning on doing a tarot card reading. I'd like to do it the day before. See, whatever what my understanding, and I won't, but my understanding that whatever was going to take place, whatever would elect, how the election's going to come out, the decision makers, it's already going to be done. So, yes, I figured before the powers at large, they already made a decision how they wanted to end up. Um, if everything goes to plan, I think Trump is going to be the winner. But through ulterior ulterior motives, tactics, Kamala has a chance of winning. But if things on the up and up, Trump's going to win. Any shenanigans, they're going to try to put in. Yeah, yeah. I have concerns about both people. I learned about Kamala because she's Kamala. I don't trust anything about her history. There's a lot of similarities between she and Obama, secret history, secret past. Be wary of people with secrets. Trump, I'm more concerned about who he has around him. Uh, People in his family, um, very concerned. And I'm not in favor of his VP choice. He's very intelligent. Is the VP, full. He's intelligent. He has a lot of good qualities, but I don't trust him. And I see him as like Pence. Like remember Pence and Trump? I did not trust Pence at all. And it's the same spirit that I'm picking up. The outside, he looked wholesome, but on the inside, something, I don't know, it doesn't sit right. But again, he's highly intelligent. His VP choice, um, but I don't, it does, something doesn't sit right. But look, I made my choice. I voted for Trump. Um, I hope he wins, but I think no matter who gets into office, there's trouble ahead. It's trouble ahead. And that's why I left the United States of America. Since something bad is going to happen, and someone did a remote viewing session on the election 2 years ago about, and I said, honey, I don't want to be around. But what said, it didn't look good. Yeah, the organization Farsight, they have a website and they're on YouTube. Something, I don't know. Um, it just doesn't, I don't know. I just, if what they said, if Farsight, if what they said was true, um, stay away. Yeah, be careful. And yeah, have extra foods, dry goods, things in your home, water, things like that. Yeah, your little prep bag, your survival bag. Try to get that. And even though I live all the way here in Africa now, um, I want to stock up on things too. Yeah, I didn't do. I did some buying Monday morning before I had that accident. Um, I want to get other things for my home here. I just feel whatever happens in America, it's going to spread throughout the whole planet. So I want to be prepared here. So I want to get extra food, extra things, extra water, alternative cooking abilities here. Um, that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed this live stream. And if you have anything you want to share um, regarding the things I talked about, you can just write it down below. Be careful. Be careful who you associate with. Be careful of the so-called party friends because, the veil is very thin and people are desperate. Okay. So take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.